Hello, and welcome back to the Table Experience, where I am encouraging you to set your table and eat at the table. This may be part 6, I believe, but today we're going to talk about a wise woman sets her table. The book of Proverbs reveals to us God's design of the way wisdom. Proverbs 9:2 says, "She has prepared her food, she has mixed her wine, she has also set the table." That's the part we're going to focus on. I'm not going to talk about preparing wine. I'm going to focus on she has prepared her food and she has set the table. Okay, those are the two key things that I'm focusing on in Proverbs 9:2. Now, when it comes to preparing your food, whether you make it from scratch or you get something made for you, the goal here is to sit at the table, prepare your table, okay? Whether it's elaborate or if you're keeping it simple, the main goal is to have dinner around the table. Remember that. Who is she in this verse? Wisdom. Here's the principle we learn. It is wisdom for us to prepare what we are having for dinner and to set our table. It is important for us to plan ahead and think about what our family is going to have for dinner. She says, "You may think that your schedule is too busy for you to prepare your table. After all, you and your kids are participating in activities almost every night and weekend. Perhaps you think you don't have time to go to the grocery store or local grocery store to buy the food necessary for a nutritious family meal. I realize that you are busy, and I know that this is going to take some effort and creative thinking on your part. But if we want to experience the bread of the presence, the redemptive presence of Jesus that meets us in our homes, we must find a way to come home and to set our table." Isn't that beautiful? You probably say, "Listen, I am doing enough. I don't have time to set a table. I don't even have the dishes." As I've shared in other videos, you can get them from thrift stores. You can even get them from dollar store. You can just find dishes and glasses and flatware, dollar store. So hey, make it happen. Or paper plates, whatever. As the book suggests, keep it simple and make it pretty. Okay? And let me see. She talks about this videographer that she hired for her book. And she was saying how the lady was just saying her family meals were just chaotic. She was married, and I think they had, oh yes, a blended family of 6 children. And Debbie was going to speak at a local church later, and she looked in the audience, and that family was there with the 6 children. And the lady told her that her life had been changed. So she began, to set the table. So sometimes, it's just little things that you can do. You may think it's overwhelming, or I don't have time and the kid's going to do this and that and whatever, but just start. Just one meal. Just start, okay? And she said that lady left that church service determined to bring all their children around the table to experience the bread of presence that can heal their hearts and unite their blended family. Isn't that sweet? Now, we get to another one of my favorite scriptures, Titus 2-5, that tells us that women are the keepers of the home. This, of course, does not mean that women are slaves to their home, nor does it mean that women have to stay home all day, every day. The idea of being a keeper of the home means that you have been entrusted by God with the responsibility of overseeing your household to keep it running and honoring God. Professional or personal pursuits do not change the fact that God designed women to be the primary influencers in the home. What do you think about that? Women, we have a special role, and just think it's a privilege and an honor to be a woman. Right now, women have more public influence and achievements than ever before. Yet, we seem to be more dissatisfied than ever. Why is this? I believe it is because no matter what you have achieved or how esteemed you are in your professional world, if your children are rebelling and if your home is filled with strife and chaos, you are not going to be fulfilled. Now, how many of you know that is true? Because you don't want to be, what to say, a public success and a private failure. You know, being busy outside of the home, that when you come home, you don't have peace, everything is chaotic. Start at home and then go out. Okay? Serve your family first and then go out. Ministry starts at home. And you may not even look at something as simple as setting a table and serving your family as ministry, but it is. It is. Okay? Um, let's see. But you don't have to trade fruitfulness and work outside the home. They go hand in hand. You simply have to make sure you are keeping your home so that even when you are away, you do the things that are necessary to make sure your home is orderly, peaceful, and God honoring. Okay? Regardless of whether or not you also work outside the home, let's face it, the woman is the scheduler of the family. You are the one who signs up your children for school activities, little league, and you are the one that shuffles your kids to and from soccer practice and dance lessons and to birthday parties. So it's up to you to be the keeper of your home, to make the table experience a priority in your family life. What is on your calendar for tomorrow? Think through the day. Think through what your day will look like and then come up with a plan. This is what I need to prepare dinner. This is the way of wisdom. It is not wisdom to drive through a fast food restaurant at the last minute. So, and she talks about her daughter-in-law Kim has two young daughters. She works outside the home, and she says that well, no, wait a minute. Let's go to another friend. Merlin works as a high school teacher. While her children were at home, is living proof that it's possible to work full-time, raise a family, enjoy married life, and still serve regularly meals at the table. What was Merlin's secret? She was willing to pay the price, to do whatever it took to allow time for family meals. You just got to do whatever it takes, whether you work whether you work you're a full-time mom or you work outside. Don't skip on the family meals, okay? Let's see. Okay. She accomplished this by learning to pray, prioritize, and plan. She said, I wanted my children to someday look back with fond memories of our time and meals together. I decided when my children were young what mom's home cooking would look like. I wanted them to remember that mealtime as being fun, relational, and delicious. Hey, now that my children are grown and in college, I can assure you that I will once again make eating meals together at the table a priority. Isn't that sweet? Just make it a priority. We prioritize everything else. So this is not anything new to us. As women, it's in our nature, to serve. That's just how we are wired. But society will have us so busy that, oh, I don't have time for that, or make you feel like, oh, that's not important, or that's old fashioned. But listen, Honey, it is in the Word. We already discussed Proverbs 9:2, Titus 2 through 5. It's like it's in the Word, okay? Let's see, okay. And she just talked about, just if you're busy, just buying, frozen vegetables, and things like that that can assist you. You can buy pre-chopped vegetables, and if you don't have time to chop, it's just like a time saver, frozen vegetables and fruit. And I do that as well, because with my smoothies, most of the time I'm just using frozen fruit. I get fresh vegetables along with frozen, because both of them allow you to whip up a meal in minutes, especially if you um, are, just crunch for time. You can get a meal on the table in 30 minutes. And hey, if you need some meals ideas, get my cookbook. It's easy to follow. It is simple. Yes, it is. Most of those things in there you can do in less than 30 minutes because I understand that people don't have a whole lot of time to cook. Some do and some don't. Wherever you find yourself, you can find a meal that you can make in 30 minutes or less, okay? Let's continue. Let's see. When we set aside a few minutes each day to plan our meals, we can more easily follow the way of wisdom by picking up fresh, healthy foods from the store to create nutritious meals for our family. And she talks about like fun family centerpiece ideas like for boys' night. She says you can use a dump truck to hold potted plants. Girls' night, use a jewelry box to hold a small potted plant and cascading beads. Dad's night, sports caps or helmets can hold a potted plant. Goblets become pedestals holding baseball or tennis balls. Mom's night, fresh flower, candles always make mom feel special. It's just the simple things, but they mean so much when you see it. Okay, so try it. And also, she talked about it, if your husband, let's say your husband works late, she said if the kids have already eaten dinner, you gave them that bath and things, she say when the husband comes home, you know, they can maybe just have dessert with dad. I'm like, well, see, that's a practical tip as well. Just, hey, news you can use. Um, she also says it's not important which meal you choose to eat together as your regular family meal. The important thing is that you are spending time with one another around your table. So I'm going to leave you with that for now. That's what I want you to remember. No matter what the meal is, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the important thing is that you're spending time around your table. Don't forget that. Just try it. If you can't do every day of the week, 1 or 2 days, whatever you can do, just do that and enjoy your family meal, okay? So this week, don't forget, set the table, pick something up healthy, cook something healthy, whatever it is, just eat it at the table, okay? Thanks for joining, and I'll talk to you next time.